None of us are immune from becoming homeless, sick, injured, distorted in some way.
It starts with words. It starts with propaganda.
A local artist is holding an exhibit that features some of the most insightful and powerful words ever written by a child.
The words of Anne Frank became real with 30 paintings of the girl who perished in the Holocaust.
It was August 1st when the Gestapo came in. I decided to use her words and her face to convey this message.
The images she painted are powerful.
There are no gray areas. Murder is wrong. Prejudice is wrong.
She hopes her work, like the words of Anne Frank, can become the one candle that defies the darkness of our world.
Where we're sitting now, to me, is a very special place. It's like being in a piece of heaven almost. These stories are timeless, and the pictures of the survivors when they were taken away and the victims, the people who were killed for nothing more than being different. When you go into that room and you see the pictures of the bodies, and you see the implements that were used on them and the torture devices, and you see the dark faces in the eyes, and you see their souls leaving. You feel that darkness. You come in here, it's nothing but light. They still have triumphed over evil. Her mother was killed because the guard said she was too beautiful to be alive. They had to stand like this with their arms together. These were not even meant for an animal to be in. This is why we have to go and keep talking about the Holocaust. This can never happen again.
We are both survivors.
I am a survivor.
Can you imagine sleeping in this? Can you imagine waking up every day in something that you had to go and squish yourself maybe with a couple of people in? This is the Holocaust.
My parents were arrested 2 weeks after I left Paris and were sent to Auschwitz. They never returned.
I was 66 pounds altogether.
And anybody tells you that this has never happened, tell them to come and ask me.
A true hell. This is what the survivors that are in the book, this is exactly what they talk about, the flames and the burning smell. So many of us have prejudice and discrimination in us from how we grew up.
Even bullying in school is connected to this, because on a grander scale.
My cousin killed himself because of bullying.
You either get bullied or you are the bully. I never wanted to get involved because I wasn't trying to be the next one on the ground.
There is that connection. But I had to show the truth, and the truth is not positive whatsoever, because 11 million people died. I also wanted to put a sign of hope in that cold winter. Be the change you wish to see in the world. Soon she would be in the cattle car, and she was right. So I was actually crying when I was painting this one, and Anne's face is really mine.
Think of something as vermin or no good, well then it's not hard to go and eliminate it. Well, if we can let our minds do that, and that's exactly what will happen, and we have to go and face ourselves. And through Faces of Tolerance, we could see not just me, but a million other faces and people in here.
Hey, I'm Taylor, and I've recently been diagnosed with rhabdomyosarcoma.
If you consider somebody less than that there's something wrong with them, there's something different, something subpar.
And I've been with my partner for 13 years. I was born in India.
I don't know what to say.
And yet, we all don't want to deal with it. I have a child in here that's 17 years old who is dying, and she died a week after I wrote this. And she suffered the intolerance of her friends not wanting to talk to her because they didn't want to deal with the fact that she's dying.
And I'd just like to say that it's not as scary as it seems, because you know it's on the other side.
We all have fears that lead us to go and not like somebody or something. It's what we then decide to do about it. It's our awareness. We can be bigger and stronger than the hate and evil. Once we fear things, we can hate them. And once we hate something, it doesn't take much to eliminate and get rid of it, because we have no compassion left. If we do not work on our fears, which we all have, and it's natural to us to being a human being.
It is the truth, so it should be told. And I will continue being a witness to the most unprecedented annihilation of human beings, not just Jews, but handicapped people, marginalized people. That is why I'm doing what I'm doing.
It's one person at a time. It's one soul at a time. It's all of our job as human beings to repair the world and look after each other.